statement?
Yeah, well, certainly we're pleased and happy to have the opportunity to be here, but first of all, I'd like to wish everyone a happy holiday. We certainly had a great holiday. I think when you have little ones like our granddaughter, it makes Christmas really something special. So, but this is a great opportunity for us to be in the college football playoff for the fourth year in a row. Special thanks to the All-State Sugar Bowl, all the people that are associated with the Sugar Bowl, the city of New Orleans. The hospitality here has always been outstanding for the players, and also like to thank CEO Paul Houlihan and All-State for their support of college football. I'm kind of proud of the fact that we're going to have 25 guys that have their degree playing in this game, and I think that brings the total to 126 that we've had in the last 5 years that players have been able to play in playoff games or bowl games with their degree. So that makes us very proud, because that is what we try to accomplish for our players, to be able to develop a career off the field and on the field, and that's certainly something that's going to benefit the quality of their life. I think when you get an opportunity like this, which is a really special opportunity to play against a great team like Clemson or any team that's in the playoffs at this point, players obviously have to expect it to be a very difficult game. Most of these games are like dogfights, so you got to be able to overcome adversity, and everybody's got to take ownership to do their job, and it comes down to what do you want to accomplish, and what are you willing to do it. Just like anything in life, I think you make a goal, you have a goal, you understand there's a process of things that you have to do to accomplish the goal, and you have to have the discipline to execute it every day. And that's not necessarily a feeling, it's a choice that you choose to be persistent at the things that are going to help you be successful, and you resist the things that are not going to help you be successful. And to this point, relative to the preparation we've had, I've been really pleased with the coaches and the players, and how they've kind of gone about that. So hopefully we'll get started down here and be able to pick up where we left off, and get ourselves ready to play an outstanding game against an outstanding team.
Go ahead with questions for Coach.
Nick, it's been a difficult journey to get back to the playoff. How proud are you of the way this team has persevered?
Well, I think that, one of the statements that I made last year after we didn't succeed in the championship game is don't waste the failing, which means learn from the things that you did or didn't do. And I didn't think we finished very well. We didn't finish very well in the game, lost the game at the end of the game. And I think your identity as a team starts with how you finish. And this team has an opportunity to try to finish this season a little better than what we did the last. And I'm proud of the way they went through the season. I think we lost our identity a little bit in the last game, maybe forgot who we were and what we needed to do to be able to succeed in our last game. And we feel fortunate to have the opportunity to sort of rectify that in the playoffs.
It's not often you lose your last game and get into a playoff. How have you seen your team respond to a failure?
Well, we only had one this year, so.
You kind of used don't waste the failures.
Yeah, well, we've responded all year long and won 11 games, and we didn't finish like we wanted to, and I think we need to show that we can do that.
Nick, you talked about before balancing the bowl experience and preparation for a playoff, because a game like this has consequences. How have you adjusted over the years in being in the playoff game, and how much the bowl experience? What do you want your players to? How much do you want them to enjoy themselves? That's the right.
Well, I think when we first came to the first game 4 years ago, we were trying to balance the bowl experience sort of with the whole playoff experience, not having ever done that before. And I think what our players, because our players make the decisions about curfew and what they do and how they do it, I give the leadership on the team the opportunity to do that. And each year, they have been more and more serious about the game and less interested in the bowl experience. because they've experienced consequences in the game, good consequences and bad consequences. And I think they understand that after going through that experience as I do, the fun of it all is having success. The fun of it all is winning the game. And no matter what you do, you don't remember all the things that you did, but you always remember whether you won or lost the game. So that's changed a little bit with our players, which doesn't disappoint me at all. I'd love to see them have the opportunity and to have a good time and be rewarded for having a great season. But the playoffs have significant consequences, and the opportunity that you have really doesn't afford itself. The two don't fit together, that well.
Additional questions? Ted?
Nick, did you have are you 100% here, either injuries or suspensions or anything like that?
Well, we don't have any suspensions, but I think everybody's aware of the injuries that we have. Dylan Moses was injured in practice, the third practice that we had, and he won't be able to participate in this game. Hootie Jones, we lost in the Auburn game. So those two guys are definitely out. Sean Dion Hamilton is out. So, but we do have, Mac Wilson and a couple outside linebackers, Christian Jones and Terrell Lewis, that have been able to practice and come back and play. So we've had a significant number of injuries on defense. Some of the guys are back, and we lost some other guys.
How much better have Christian, Terrell, and Mac looked in the preparation leading up maybe before the Auburn game?
Well, I think that when players are cleared medically and they come back, and they're not 100% and they're not fully, they're cleared, but they can't practice and get all the reps in practice. It makes it much more difficult for them to prepare for the game like they need to or want to, and it also makes it more difficult for them to perform in a game like they'd like to. So in their cases, all those guys have been able to practice, so I think that they feel a lot more comfortable and confident in what they need to do from a role standpoint to have success in a game like this.
Brian Ray may be able to play.
He has practiced.
Nick, Martin Burns has a reputation as a great recruiter. Could you talk about him as a running backs coach, the success you had?
Well, I think that his reputation as a running back coach would speak for itself relative to the quality of players that we've had at that position and how well they performed and the consistency they've had in their performance. And I think to a large degree, he's had a significant impact on those guys. But I would like to know sort of what running back coach has had as many good running backs that have had the success that he's had. If you look at the lineage of players that we've had in the last 10, 11 years, pretty good group, performed at a high level, and he did a really good job with them.
Speaking of running backs, Mark Ingram going to have any contact with the team this week?
I hadn't talked to Mark yet, but he always comes around. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. Trent Richardson was there yesterday. So, the one thing that I feel most proud of is how all the great players that we've had, and we've had a significant number of great players, and they've all contributed and are the reason for the success that we've had here at Alabama. But the fact that they all want to come back and be a part of the team really makes me feel good about the program, how the program helps players be more successful in life, and really makes me proud of what they've been able to accomplish beyond Alabama and their career at Alabama because of the kind of people they are. But just great to have them all back, and we always welcome Mark back. He's got a great spirit, great character, and he and I do a scholarship together. I mean, he wants to give back to the university every way that he can. So he's about as fine as ambassador as you can have for an organization as anybody could ever ask for.